fun if we tell it, right?
I agree.
Okay, so without further ado, let's get to it.
Candace and I met at a weekend when we weren't supposed to be there. I was actually at one of my best friend's wedding down in San Diego. That weekend, the Lighthouse LA Church Plant decided to visit San Jose, and I was gonna go originally. Then after the wedding was done, it was done on a Saturday late afternoon. I was like, you know what, time to be spontaneous. I'm gonna just fly all the way up to San Jose, and I went to church on that Sunday.
I had plans initially that I ended up ditching because something inside of me felt that I really needed to be at church on Sunday.
I was sitting down at service and Pastor John was preaching and he said, okay everybody, meet someone new for the first time. Oh, by the way, there are people from LA who are part of the church plant, so be sure to meet them. So I got up, met someone new. Hello, I'm Michael. What's your name? Hello, I'm Candace.
I looked around to see if there was anyone I didn't recognize, and I noticed Michael was standing there. And I went over to him saying, hi, are you from LA? I've never met you, I've never seen you before. And he said yes, he introduced himself. And after service ended, something inside of me felt I had to stay in touch with Michael. Although at the time, I thought that was absolutely ridiculous. Why should I stay in touch? 2 days later, I got a friend request on Facebook.
That's how it all began.
About 2 months after Michael and I met, Instagram became a lot more popular, so I ended up following people who were Facebook friends on Instagram, and Michael happened to be one of them. And I noticed that he kept posting pictures of food, so I kept liking them.
After a while, I started noticing on my Instagram, this random gal just randomly commenting on my random Instagrams. And then I looked over to the person's profile and I was like, oh wait, I think I know this gal. Oh, she's Candace, she's a girl from San Jose. I just started posting on her random posts. Whenever she posted food, I would hashtag fatties for life. Because I knew she was definitely not fat. But I just wanted to see if that would get her attention, just cause, I was being a troll.
Later on, he ended up actually iMessaging me. Apple ID is also your email, and so they found out my email and messaged me. And that first iMessage said, hey Candace, how's it going? This is Michael, by the way. And my response to that was, yeah, I can tell your email gives it away that you're Michael.
This was all online, and keep in mind we only met each other for the first time that Sunday once. She texted me, she said, oh, I'm gonna have to come down to LA with my family, and I was wondering if you wanted to hang out.
Because my parents were going to a wedding, and my brothers and I needed a place to hang out, or just people to hang out with, and Michael was the first person that I thought of because he was one of the people from the LA church and that I knew, and I didn't know anybody else, so I thought it would be a good opportunity to just meet some more people. But it turned out that the day that we came down was the day everyone was leaving for missions. So the only people that could make it was myself, my brothers, and him and his sister.
We were coordinating the whole time, and I was noticing, like, during the whole planning, coordinating part, I saw, wow, this gal's she's really something. I think I should DTR with her. But when I say DTR, I don't mean define the relationship. I mean deteriorate the relationship. And then as I thought and prayed about it more, I realized there must be a reason why God allowed me and Candace to meet each other that Sunday. We're hardly even trying and we're already becoming great friends. And the fact that we have that solid base of communication that we're able to just openly talk and share with each other was really big. It didn't take too long for me to then consider just asking around instead, because I already liked what I saw. I saw that she was very disciplined, she was mature beyond her years, and that she was really good at the things that I'm not good at. And I figured, okay, I want to get to know her better, I want to get to know her more. For me to do that, I have to be with her in a more significant way, and that's when I decided to ask around. And so in July, we were talking on the phone, and I, in so many words, expressed my sentiments to her, and she said no.
I was just not ready.
For about a month, I didn't initiate talking because, I thought a no's a no. But for some reason, Candace and I, we just found ways to talk to each other, and I wasn't even trying, and then I think, okay, why did she say no when we're still talking to each other? Well, and that made me consider maybe I should ask her the second time. And I told her I really like her and I really wanted to know. She would go out with me, and we talked for 5 hours until 5 a.m. in the morning. At the end of all the conversations, she was just grilling me on really deep things such as ministry philosophy, perspective towards marriage, my testimony, why I want to date. More and more questions and answers we were giving each other, the more and more I was saying, wow, she and I were very like-minded, and it was so refreshing. And at 5 o'clock a.m. that day, she said no.
I ended up saying no again when he asked because I was about to be a counselor at camp. And I wanted to make sure that my heart was in the right place, that I was not going to be distracted, and that my purpose was to serve the youth at camp. But he didn't know that, and he thought I was just being mean. If I had really had a chance to just let everything go, to fully reset myself, after I came back, we finally decided that we can move forward with our relationship. Knowing that he was willing to start this long distance relationship with me was really enough for me to say that it's worth giving him a try.
About a month into our relationship, I drove up to NorCal to surprise Candace, and that was a surprise that I couldn't have done without Candace's mom. She helped me, and we coordinated on how, she'll just delay Candace. Well, her dad would tell Candace to come up to the front door. And I just hear Candace walking up to the front door, and I'm just thinking, oh, is this really for real? We only saw each other twice in person. Oh my gosh, should I just leave? Is it too late for me to back up? And as soon as she opens the door, I say, hey, and Candace goes, what are you doing in my front porch? And then she tapped me, and it was our first official hug, and that's when I knew this is for real. Candace's mom really helped make that surprise be a success, and I was so thankful for her. She really was an example of a godly, loving mother who showed the love of Christ to me and to all the people around her. And for those first 4 months of me dating Candace, her mom really took me in as a son. It was no wonder that over 600 people showed up at her mom's memorial service. She was like a second mom to me. I know that Candace and I, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Lord using her mom faithfully. Every time I think about that surprise visit, I'm always reminded of her mom and her Christ-like love for us. Let's jump forward to 16 months and 28 days since Candace and I have been dating, and I wanted to propose to Candace for a while, but her dad did not give the okay for about a year or so. I could ramble on how I had an elaborate event and detailed plan, but how about you see it for yourself on how it didn't go according to plan, how it all went wrong, and yet it was all so perfect.
Alright, this is going to be kind of a quick thing, hopefully. Yes! Woo! Oh, where'd it go? Damn! Oh, where is it? Flew out, it wasn't even complained. Wait, really? Wait, what? Michael! It was in her bag. In between.
Thanks so much for watching and hearing our story.
Hope you guys enjoyed it.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.